those out there who need to be helped, and hopefully potentially help myself in the process.
Low battery.
But with that being said, we'll go ahead and get right into the reading, and we will begin starting with our deck, which is from the Sun and Moon Tarot. So as I shuffle, I like to include God in my readings, and I like to include God in every aspect of my life. And I speak for the universe, I speak for God, I speak for the angels. And through this channel message, hopefully I'll be able to simply give the message that needs to be given to whom that needs to hear it. With that being said, we can go ahead and figure out what messages need to come out. And this will just be a rough draft, a rough edit, especially since I haven't gotten my alarm fixed today. Maintenance was supposed to come by and fix the alarm, but that's too much information. Coming out first, we have the Five of Swords here, which is basically an obvious card within itself. Overcoming that which seeks to harm you, or overcoming those things that seek to bring you down, or overcoming those things that seek to make you not grow and ascend. Or it can be burdens, it can be stress, overcoming addictions, habits that no longer serve you, or moving past things that you need to move past and need to be left in the past. I feel like this card is basically speaking that you have done exactly that. You've left so much in the past. You've given up on certain things that no longer served you, and you've moved forward, knowing that you are letting these things go, knowing that you have released these things, knowing that they no longer serve you, and you must let them go. And I feel like you were successful with that. That card always talks about overcoming trials and tribulations, and whatever category you would like to put trials and tribulations to, whether it be school-related stress or work-related stress or drama, addictions, unnecessary habits, it all can be accounted for. The next card we have coming out here is the Eight of Wands, basically stating that yes, you have left behind all those things. You have basically won the battle, the war. You've won that war. And also you've done it with a swiftness that has made you so much more stronger. You see these arrows and these wands coming a mile away, and now you're able to say, hey, I see you coming. And you didn't really battle it with anger, hatred, distaste. You battled it with love. With this rainbow kind of coming out of this person's hand, I feel like you've battled it with love. You've overcome so many burdens, and not in the name of anger, on the demonic frequencies that a lot of people overcome so many things with, but you decided to battle things with love. And I feel like that has been such a transition. It's been a hassle, because this person right here that you have overcome, think about this as habits. Think about this can be a person. It can be people or a party. This can be things that anything that hinders you or gets in your way or is trying to stop you. That is this person right here. And that person will stop at nothing to make sure that this person does not win. But now that you have finally realized how to battle it and how to conquer it, and how it's actually so small compared to you, because it wants to make itself so large, it wants to make itself so big, simply because you already are this larger than life person. Otherwise, you have something that this thing wants. It doesn't want you to be happy. It doesn't want you to be loving. It doesn't want you to be beautiful. So it's going to try to take that away from you in every single way possible. But at the end of the day, you have to understand that
Battery.
you have to understand that you have the power, and only you, to defeat those things, to release those things, whether it be a person, an inanimate object, whether it be addictions, whether it be your own emotions that you need to conquer. You have the power, the skill, the swiftness, the agility, the love to combat this thing and defeat it. No matter how tough the trial, no matter how strong the foe,
Low battery.
you have more power than you think. Otherwise, the demons, those lower vibrational frequencies would not be trying so hard to bring you down. If you think about it that way, you'll realize I must be really powerful. Let me find this strength. Let me find this power. It'll be within you all along. Everyone has a story. Everyone has a trial. It's just how you deal with it. Don't beat yourself up. Don't make yourself feel like this could also be feeling like you've had to fight and feeling like you're doing your best to fend these things off and feeling and being in your head about certain things that need to just stop. This could also interpret to being able to defeat those negative habits or negative energies and being able to move forward with the strength that, hey, I've already gone through this. What else can you throw at me? But also being in this place where now it's kind of lonely at the top. You're thinking, is there going to be another battle? Is there going to be someone else that tries to come in my life and mess with me? Who can I trust? Where can I go? I think I should just stay to myself for now. I think I should just be alone for now because at this point it's getting ridiculous. And this is the universe saying you don't have to do that because this card has a negative energy to it. And I mean it in the most humblest way. This is not necessary. Don't beat yourself up over anything that's not necessary because this is not forever. These cards are only 3 of many. If I decide to bite my nails right now, they're gonna grow back. If I break this table, I can get a new one. This is not forever. People put so much emphasis, and that's another one of those things that you can seriously put a stop to. You need to defeat that habit of thinking, this is forever, this is larger than life, this is going to end my life, I will have to deal with this problem forever. You won't have to deal with anything forever because nothing goes on forever. Even if you choose to make it go on forever by thinking about it constantly, being in that energy constantly, it will eventually vanish. Regardless, it does not last forever. So don't be constantly in your head thinking, will this last forever? Or beating yourself up when it's not really necessary. Have hope. Get your hope back. Get hope in your life. Have more hope in your life. Have more faith in God. Have more faith in yourself. I feel like for those of you, I feel like you know these things. But we all have these moments where we get into that little moment, small moment of thinking, could I have done this better? Or did I do this the right way?
Low battery.
Or maybe just bang in your head too much. Even if it's bang positive in your head, sometimes that can be too much. Speak those things out into existence. Say those things out into the existence. Give the universe something to work with. Yeah, the universe hears your thoughts, but action. By me speaking right now, I am healing someone out there. By me speaking right now, I am becoming more aware of what goes on in my mind and what I perceive as. And it clarifies for the universe, this is your energy. This is who you are. You can think all you want, but do your actions align with it? Currency is real action for the universe.
Low battery.
Have more faith. Have more faith in yourself. Believe in yourself. Only people who don't want to see you doing better than what you were doing before will tell you, like, oh, this is forever. You're not gonna. Don't believe in that. I've had so many people in my life come and batter me and bruise me emotionally, telling me I'm not gonna do anything with my life. I'm not getting anywhere with my life. I haven't gone far. And it really hurt. A long time ago, at that point, when I was going through so many things, it really hurt. But now, I've heard that before.
Low battery.
I've been there before. I've seen this before. Another typical scheme to try to make me feel like maybe even how that person felt. To try to get my reality to be your reality. To try to make me, the star, be someone like that. On the ground, helpless, sad. When no, you know what? I'm going to battle that. I'm going to conquer that. I'm not going to be in my head. I'm going to have faith. I'm going to look up to the stars. I believe in myself. And I believe in the power of God and miracles and blessings. I see the blessings that have come in my life. And I see all the blessings I can give to the universe. So try as you might. But think about where you're going, what path you're taking.
Low battery.
It can be really difficult, especially in today where people think that having evil in this world is necessary. Where would evil ever be necessary? Where would bad ever be necessary? Oh, to show you how to be good. When did you need someone to show you how to be good? Just like when did you ever need someone to show you how to be bad? You knew what would hurt somebody. You have this innate knowledge of what would hurt somebody. You have an innate knowledge of how you can really harm someone. You know these things. By everything you learn in school, you learn just how fragile the body is. You learn how fragile the mind is by reading books, the knowledge you gain. So you have no choice but to learn it on your own. Why do you need bad to do that? Why do you need bad? Give me a probable explanation without using the fact of an explanation, example, without using anything that has to do with the humans. What's bad about the universe if we weren't here? If you take that out of the equation, which is us, honestly, I don't need to explain any further. like this card, the Six of Swords, is basically getting into the energy of figuring out what will bring you the most satisfaction. What are you doing that is really truly helping you? Working on a plan moving forward that will help you alleviate that stress that you may feel, or bring you more faith, bring you more love, bring you whatever is positive so you can leave out that negative. But it's like formulating this plan. What is it that I need to do to get from point A to point B? What is it that I need to do to incorporate these things in my life and leave these things out? Or maybe that is the plan. I need to incorporate more of this and leave this out. Whatever you're doing, you're planning. You're in the process of creating because of this hope that you got. Because of you getting out of your mind, that headspace, and actually acting, pouring into the universe, being swift with dodging those things that try to come into your life and say, oh, hey, look at me, or you know what, you're not going to do anything, get out of here, or I'm better than you, you're nothing. Defeating those self-imposing thoughts, defeating the thoughts that others project onto you, formulating a plan now, coming back to yourself. Whatever your plan entails, I just hope that it entails more faith, more hope, more love, something that will elevate you, something that will create, and in a positive way. I feel as though, moving forward, it's like you have this fire under your butt. The King of Wands is basically determined. The King of Wands wants to build stability. And there's going to be a lot of that coming in. There's going to be a lot of that balance coming in. Black and white, I feel like this always for me represents the balancing of the feminine and the masculine energy. The feminine is more so the how do I say this? The fire starter. I am determined to go get this thing. Whereas the feminine energy with the Queen of Cups being underneath is like, okay, you go get that thing. Once you get that thing, bring it to me and I will nourish it. Or even saying to the masculine side, as the feminine, you pursue that thing and I will be here to nourish you while you pursue it. While you are doing those things, I will nourish you. Because without love, what will we have? But I feel like there will be a balance and also a change, which is basically right on the card. And not only will you have a lot more going for yourself with all these creations and plans that you're bringing up for yourself, but you're going to be moving forward with a fire lit under your butt. Like, I need to get this done. I need to get this done. I need to do this for my sanity, for the sake of myself and my family and my people that look up to me, that rely on me. Or maybe those who don't even know me. But I am meant to do something in their lives that will help them. I have so much faith in those who get up every day and keep going. The universe has so much faith in those who get up and keep going and bring themselves justice. They fight for what they believe. And I don't mean fighting as in you have to like put like a fist to someone, or you have to try to get a one up on someone. That's not what justice is. You might have these opposing thoughts. You might think, oh my goodness, I don't know what's going
Low
on.
battery.
This fear, which is so non-existent. But you take into consideration that my heart wants what the heart wants. And you also take into consideration the universe. People who are woke, they go out there with all this stuff going on in the world, all these so many different people still being themselves, still being that person that will choose love anytime. Still being that person that will say, I know all these things. Like, I know almost everything there is to know because God has been showing me these things, or the universe has been guiding me. And now I have this perfect peace, like I'm very much balanced, coming in twice. And not judging others, not judging anybody, not saying, hey, do you not know this is not how the world works? Do you not know that if you keep going through that, one day you are going to have karma done to you times 10? Do you know that by you being so judgmental like that, God is going to judge you? You have simply relaxed. You have allowed the universe to do its work. You have allowed the universe to see the world through your eyes. And you still continue to be who you were. Balancing the scales out. The divine scales of justice. And every time you balance those scales out, whenever you wake up, you choose who you're going to be and how you're going to influence this world. Whenever you decide to tip one side of the scale, you are going to continue to be blessed, basically. You're going to continue to be loved by the universe. You're going to continue to be moving up. You can move downward or you can move up. You can ascend or you can descend. The ascending and the descending. Simple as that. Not good versus evil. Not bad versus good. Not dark versus light. Ascending versus descending. Not even versus, or. Ascending or descending. You choose. But I feel like whoever I'm speaking to, you are choosing to ascend. You are choosing to go up. Rise above it. Choose the higher road. And believe me, when I used to hear that saying a long time ago, choose the higher ground, choose higher road, I did not think that higher road would be as high as it really is. Look at how high that high road is. Look at how high that high road is. This will be the last card. To pull some clarification cards, but I think that wouldn't be necessary. This message was pretty much straightforward and to the point. We have the King of Wands and the King of Cups. So exactly what I was basically saying. Getting in touch with your masculine and feminine side, and don't mind the two males. It doesn't have to be taken too literally. For some people in their body, they think like, hey, it's okay. Whatever you decide to interpret this as your decision. But both the black and white horses, the symbolism for the yin and yang, the infinity sign. This is all coming out to me as the sun and the moon also. But this is just symbolizing to me getting in contact with. And if you think about it, the moon can be really fiery, but it can almost be too fiery. So you have to defeat that. Like when I think about the sun or fire, I think of a Leo. And if you think about the Leo, you think like the Leo has like this inner lion within them. And there's also this beautiful girl, this beautiful woman that's like sitting there. And that lion is the masculine aspect of her. She can't help that. But sometimes she has to pet that lion and tell him, hey, calm down. But if she can't pet that lion, sometimes like when you get so angry, it's like, oh my God, I want to do this. But it's like, that's when you have to tell that lion, sit down and calm yourself. You might even have to chain that lion if you have to, which means faking it. And I don't mean, oh, I'm not hurt at all. It's okay. No, I mean, no, I'm just going to remove myself. Give me a second, please. Or even moving on. Yeah, well, anyways, hey, did you ever remember what happened with this, that, and the third? Or even simply being quiet when at times you do not want to be quiet. You want to be the loudest person in the room. And then this moon over here, it's like the feminine aspect of yourself. But also finding more creative ways to love yourself, I feel. Finding more creative ways to get your creative side to come out a little bit more instead of your dominant side, which is like domineering, like, hey, this is how this stuff is supposed to be. I want to be able to get out there and I want to do this stuff. Being focused on the material world. But I feel like this reading is saying don't be too focused on one or the other. Incorporate them both. Wow, this is perfect actually. On this side, it's like all these beautiful little things like, oh, I'm so loving. I'm trying to create things. I'm up in the clouds. I'm relaxing. I'm also like taking the higher ground. I have so much faith and hope. And on this side, it's like, I'm down here on this earth. I'm fighting all these things off. I'm trying to balance my life and I'm trying to go for all my goals. And I'm trying to remember that there's someone up here that I'm working for. My higher self is up there. But I'm down here. Until I come back. And God, please allow me to make it back. Back to where my higher self is.
Low battery.
But this is the middle ground. Get out of your head. If you are in your head, I feel like your head is like filled with these swords inflicting yourself. So if that's a message for anybody, be more positive to yourself. And with your actions, balance it out. Do more positive things because people don't believe that. But I promise you, even if you help somebody, someone will help you. Maybe even 3 people will help you. But your actions come back to you tenfold. By me speaking this out brings that into existence, brings the idea of that even being a legitimate reality into existence. Okay? And underneath here we also have the Hierophant, which basically talks about knowledge, knowing who you are, and standing on your boundaries and saying, you're not going to take me out of this place, because like I said, there will be so many things that will try to come into your life because that's just the way the world is nowadays. Even if it's yourself, unless you meditate frequently, enough energy into yourself where you have become best friends with yourself and you don't allow yourself to give yourself fears or say, oh, this is like the end of the world, or this situation is larger than life, then you simply will have to deal with that kind of stuff. That's just the way the world is. Which is why everyone kind of needs a little bit more love in their life. You can't go wrong with love. You can't go wrong with beauty. You can't go wrong with taking a more loving pattern. The next deck I'm going to be using is called the Rumi Oracle by Alana Fairchild. And it's just an oracle deck. And I haven't gotten these meanings down whatsoever. And I will probably never get these down unless I really take the time to study each individual card. But I love the deck and the messages that it gives me, because how I do it is when I'm reading the meaning, it gives you a whole probably 2-page paragraph of what the meaning is. But how I read it is I read what calls out to me. I kind of paraphrase everything. I skip through it, but it all makes sense in the end. So we'll go ahead and just grab one card, Spirit. And this is how large the deck is, so it can be a little difficult to kind of, you know, difficult to shuffle these. But for me, this just clarified going back home. That's what that just clarified for me. The human gift, topping the entire reading off. So let's go ahead and locate this and read what it means.
Low battery.
The pictures and the imaging are just so beautiful. Even the feel is just, it feels so beautiful. I'll read this part, but what I mean by the entire paragraphs are these pages. But I'll read this part if my phone doesn't run out of space. Oh heart, what is your excuse for all these blunders? Such loyalty is offered to the beloved, by the beloved, yet so much treason comes from you. Such kindness is offered by the beloved, yet so much defiance and resistance comes from you. Such grace is offered by the beloved, yet so much fault and failure comes from you. Such attraction is offered by the beloved, with sweetness and generosity, yet such jealousy comes from you, with so much doubt and suspicion. The human gift. The whole entire basis of exactly what I was saying. You see the color play coming back into charge here. The light with the dark here. Her higher self and her lower self. Like, this is her lower self. She's basically telling her, no, you don't see the bigger picture yet. You You should be so happy. Like, you get to be down there experimenting. Lack of faith. Be kind to your heart. You may believe it to be weary from doubt and distrust, so much heartbreak and so many agonies, yet it still beats. Do not plague your heart with falsehoods and expectations of some disembodied perfection. It is perfection that it hopes even after despair, that it holds compassion even after experiences of fear. The heart can be nurtured and coaxed into gentle acceptance of all that is, and the divine sight will become available to you. Yes, sacred sight is what is behind this oracle for you now, beloved. You are meant to be witnessing something important, something that will make the presence of the divine in your affairs more real to you. Indeed, it is the only safe, sane, and sensible way to live. It is also the most fun way to live. Rather, surrender is placing responsibility where it is best placed, firmly in the hands of that part of you wise enough to know that the great beloved is wiser still, and that your life unfolds according to the great beloved's grace. So for now, take comfort in this oracle. Just for a moment, let your heart be honored and loved by you, and imagine that you can crack open a window in the dustiest chamber of your own heart temple to let the light of the divine stream in. You are an extraordinary, living, divine experiment in the making, and you are sacred, cherished, and loved by the great beloved. You are human after all, and your journey is beyond description. This oracle comes with special guidance for you. You are, or soon will be,
Low battery.
you are, or soon will be, seeing with greater clarity and insight a situation that has been obscured to you in the past. You may be startled by what you perceive, so much so that you second guess yourself or chalk it up to wild imagination on your part. But you're being asked to trust. See what is truthfully there. Be the compassionate nature of your heart. And you shall also be shown the most grateful way to become clear and free of darkness, whether within yourself or within others and the world around you. Thank you, Spirit.
Low battery.
That concludes this reading. I do hope that you were able to receive the message and the guidance that you needed to receive at this time. Whoever you are loved. And this reading is a testimony of that love. This reading is proof of that love. Now you must be the testimony of that love. And now you must be proof of that love.